Dylan here from BackyardSmokingMeats.com, and today we're going to shoot a short little video on how to make your homemade summer sausage in your own backyard. And for that particular product, you're going to need about 20 pounds of ground beef. We got these here 2 10-pound chub rolls of Angus grind, which is 90% lean, 10% fat. And we also have 10 pounds of 50-50 ground pork. Along with that, you're going to need any seasoning mix that you can find. I got this from a local retailer, but you can find it on Amazon, or I'll put a link onto our website where you can purchase it. And you're also going to need one of these sausage stuffers that are really handy-dandy little type of things to use. And so that's what we're going to be using to stuff all the sausage into the casings. And you want to find out the end result, how this turns out, go ahead and log on to BackyardSmokingMeats.com, and we hope to see you in the backyard. Alright, now it's time to get all this stuff mixed up together. All of our seasonings, our ground pork, and our ground beef. I have a plastic container here that I'm just going to put it all in and mix it up just by hand. That's the way that the old-time sausage people used to make sausage, the old Germans. So I'm going to just like open this up. It's still kind of frozen. The colder you keep your meat for making sausage, the better it is. And the more you keep your hands wet, the easier it is to make the sausage. All the sausage gets kind of sticky after a while, so it won't stick to you as much if you just keep your hands wet. Although it will make your hands really cold because it's still half frozen. So we got the 20 pounds of hamburger in there. We'll add the 10 pounds of ground pork to it. A seasoning packet we have over here. It's got the casings in it, and it has enough seasoning to do 30 pounds of summer sausage. And so that's why we have 20 pounds of hamburger and the 10 pounds of 50-50 ground pork to make the 30 pounds that we need. But it's divided up into two different sizes, so you can just do 15 pounds at a time if you want. And that's probably a good idea, just to give it a sample and see how it turns out before you get too carried away. Make sure that everyone likes it. So, I've got the 10 pounds of ground pork in there. But yeah, once you open this up here, you got your 10 casings. So this is enough to do the 30 pounds, all 10 casings. And just soak them in a little bit of cool water for like a half an hour. You know, really soften up. And you can wrap them around the sausage stuffer. So these are the seasoning packets, like I said. So that'll do 15 pounds, and this will do 15 pounds. Together we're going to do the 30. And it has instructions on here on how to do it, or if you want to do like only 5 pounds at a time. Lesser quantities, that works fine too, but that's what we got so far, and let's get it all mixed up and see how it turns out. Alright, we're ready to get the seasoning all mixed up, and I got the casings in here soaking in a bunch of bowl of water. So this is the summer sausage seasoning, and this is the dark bag, and the pale light color bag is the cure for it. So we're just going to mix that all into one big bowl, stir it all up. It's nice and good and blended. You can see a bunch of spices in here. It's got like some peppers and some peppercorns and all mixed up. Then we're going to dump that into our 30 pounds of meat that we have here. It's kind of thawed out enough where I could break it all apart and blend it together. And well, we also need to add like 24 ounces of ice water to it to even make it that much colder. But yeah, let's put this stuffing machine together here. So this is it's called a LEM, the original jerky cannon, and it's got like 3 different attachments to it. If you want to do like little, you can do hamburger jerky with it. the big stuffer horns for the big casings like we're going to be using today. So this is the one we're going to use today. It has a little smaller size one for like little intestine sausages, like link sausages, breakfast sausages. And this is the flat one for hamburger jerky type of items. And so this is like 3 or 4 different parts there. It's just kind of like a big caulking gun is really what it is. So the tube just goes over the top of that end there, screws into the gun part of it. And it's got a little release button over here, so you just pull that all the way back. And you can put the ring over the top of the horn, secure that into place, and then you're just ready to start squeezing the trigger. When you squeeze the trigger, it pushes the plunger in further, which extracts the sausage out this end. And what I usually like to do is either put a little bit of water on the inside of the tube, or a little bit of olive oil, or spray it with some oil or something so the sausage doesn't stick to it. Especially when you're trying to put it in, it gets kind of hard to put the meat into the sausage stuffer unless it's really wet, and it slides a little bit easier. So anyway, we'll get that put together and we'll check back in. Okay, for this part of the video, you'll notice that I have an apron on because this is where it gets really sticky and wet, and I want to stay a little clean and dry as much as you can. So we have all the cure and the seasoning mix all mixed up in this little bowl here. We have the casings that have been soaking for about a half hour or so in cool water. We have all of the 20 pounds of hamburger and the 10 pounds of the ground pork all mixed up in here. Hand, I would have you notice. And we're going to take out the ice water. So we have 16 ounces there, and another 8 ounces here to make a full 24 ounces. And you can see it's all crusties on the top, all frozen, nice and chilled. So let's get busy and mix it all up. We'll add in some seasoning, do a little hand mixing, add about half the water. It's all frozen on the top. And you just start digging into it. Like I said, this is the old style way of making sausage, before they had machines that mix it all up for you. Some of this hamburger is still like half frozen in here. Still might have to chunk it up a little bit with my fingers. After we get this all mixed in, my hands will be frozen. But the outcome that we get is going to be worth it. Alright. Let's add some more seasoning. So remember, this is the whole 30 pounds of seasoning that I'm doing. Smells good. One thing I noticed with the seasoning, though, it doesn't really have a whole lot of pepper in it. So I may actually add some more cracked pepper to it. Add some more water to it. Some of this ice water. Just to cool my hands off a little bit. Ow. It's like razor blades in there. I don't know how they did that back in the old days. I guess they were tougher back then. This is how I was taught. So this is how I do it. Let's take a peek at the way it looks. Whew. Not only is it cold, but it's also a lot of work. this is our end result here, and now we're going to stuff it into these casings with our little stuffing horn here, and I should make about 10 rolls. All right, let's get these casings filled up. So I run this under a little bit of cold water, just like I said. The more water you have, the easier it slides in. Another little shot here. And what I like to do is, it's kind of hard doing this by yourself. It'd be nice if you had another person with you. Get my hands wet. Otherwise it's going to stick to your fingers. So I just take a bunch of it, you know, like a hand. Try to roll it up like a log. Let it slide in the tube there. This takes a long time. Kind of a slow process. It's nice if you can just get the right size, just a hair smaller than the tube. The horn on the end of it. Alright, I'll take one of these casings out of here. Been soaking for about an hour now. Flip it over the horn. Get all the way to the end there. And then you just start triggering it out. So, we got it half full. Got to reopen it back up. Pull the trigger handle back. Put a little bit of water in it. Pump the water back out. Load it back up. Shove it back in the casing. And pump away. So that's 2 full stuffing horns there. I'm just going to twist it a little bit. And put one of these twist ties around it. I always put like a double the twist tie around twice. Get a good nice tight seal on it. Twist it up. And there you go. Then we'll hang it from the hooks here or the string, or we may lay it flat. I haven't quite decided yet, but that's what a whole stuffed sausage will look like when we get her done. I just got 10 more to do, but I won't bore you with watching me do all 10 of them, so we'll check back in when I get the other 10 done. Alright, we got the 10 rolls of summer sausage all done. It's stuffed, ready to go in the refrigerator overnight for the cure to take effect, and then we will let it set for at least 12-24 hours, and then we will put it in the smoker and cook it up to 165 degrees. That'll probably take about 4 or 5 hours in the smoker, and should be some good product. Alright, here we are back in the backyard, and we're going to get ready to smoke our summer sausage here. I got the Masterbuilt electric smoker all set up and ready to go. So we're going to smoke it for about the first half hour at 140 degrees without any smoke at all, just to kind of dry it out. And then we're going to bump that up to 160 degrees for about an hour with the smoke on, then 180 degrees with the smoke on until it reaches about 160 degrees. And we'll check in periodically to see how it's doing, but let's get it started. Okay, we got the smoker going. It's been about half hour, 45 minutes, and kind of dried out a little bit. I already got the smoker started. As you can see, it's got plenty of blue white smoke out of there, which is just exactly what we want. I got a temperature probe in the bottom one here, so we're going to kind of keep an eye on, because it does have a temperature gauge on it, so we can monitor the internal temperature as it's cooking. So I got it set for 140 degrees for the first hour. Sausage, but we got that all pulled out of the smoker, and it turned out really good. And I just wanted to kind of give you a close-up shot of the texture of it for the pork fat, the meat, some of the peppercorn, some of the seasoning. If you can see that, I don't know. But yeah, you just want to slice it up really thin and serve it on crackers and cheese. It's great for little party get-togethers. You can cube it up. And so anyway, that's it for today. And I want to thank you for stopping in and checking us out. And we hope to see you in the backyard soon.